Hello everybody, welcome to the video. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and give you guys an overview and introduction to the DP Collective Sticker Vault. So this is my first sticker organizer and I'm super happy with it. This is a task that I have been putting off for some time, not creating the sticker organizer, but actually organizing my stickers. If you guys have done this before, you know what a monumental task this can turn out to be. So as I was working on putting this together, I was trying to minimize that experience the best way that I could, and also incorporate some of the things that I felt I needed in a digital sticker organizer. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the navigation of this organizer, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm setting up mine, and hopefully that'll give you some ideas and also show you real world use for it. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into the organizer. So here you have your cover, and on the cover, if you tap on the DP Collective Sticker Vault, it will open up the book for you, or you can go ahead and tap on any one of those blank tabs and it'll take you to one of those sections as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on this and it's going to bring me to my first page. So similar to the other like journals or planners that I've done, I went with a very clean, minimalistic aesthetic. I think that's especially important when you're putting your stickers on here so that it doesn't compete or interfere with the information that you're putting on here. And it's just visually appealing too. I can't tell you how good it felt to like fill up these little frames with the pictures and just see my collection unfolding. It felt nice to do it, to go through all my stickers and also to become reacquainted with stickers that I honestly completely forgot about because our collection is constantly growing, right? So this is a quick way for you to get a visual of what you have and then organize it in a way that makes sense to you, okay? So this is the first page, and as you can see, there's going to be 10 tabs across the top and 10 tabs down the right side. Those tabs are going to take you to a page that looks exactly like this one. On those tabs, you will have 20 of these frames where the labels are hyperlinked to an individual page, okay? So that means that on each one of these sections, you can put 20 sticker packs. You can sort this out by categories if you chose to go that route. There's just so many different ways that you can utilize this. And that is the reason why I left this blank. I went back and forth with thinking about different categories so that I could pre-label it for you to make this task a bit easier, but decided to keep it blank because that way you can go ahead and name these tabs whatever makes sense to you, whatever works for you, and organize your sticker collection the way that you choose to, okay? Not the way that I predetermined for you to do so, okay? So with similar to my other digital products, when you click on any of these tabs, they will black out so that you know exactly what section you're on. So as you can see, they're all the same. On these pages, these labels will be hyperlinked and it'll bring you to a blank page, and we'll get back to that. Let me click here and it'll take me back to the home page of that section. Okay, so that is the way you would navigate from your blank page. You just click back on that blacked out tab and it'll take you back to that home page for that section. On the home pages for the sections, you will also have a category home page button up on the top right. And if you tap on that, it's going to bring you to the sticker category page. Okay. So this page, my idea for this was to be able to break down your stickers into a purpose. I like to organize my stickers that way. So I like to have the full view. I don't like to break apart the packs. I like to be able to know exactly where I pulled that sticker from pack-wise. But I also like to have my stickers organized in a way that if I'm I don't have a specific thing in mind, but like, let's say I want a plant, a plant. I can tap on one of these categories that I have labeled here, and it will take me to all of my plants that I own in my collection. Okay, so like, let's say this was labeled and I tap on it, it's going to bring me to this blank page. And here I would have all of that purpose or function sticker. And then when I find what I need, I can just copy it or copy and paste it or drag and drop it onto the document that I'm working on, okay? And then to get back to that category homepage, you're just gonna tap on this button and it'll bring you back over here. And then to get out of this sticker category, you can just tap on any one of the tabs and it'll take you back to those sections. And you can tap down here where it says DP Collective, and that will close your organizer for you. Okay, so that's the main way that you're going to navigate in this planner. It's very easy to get around, and once you label it and put down all your categories, you'll be just coasting through this thing. Okay, so another thing that I did, let me get into one of these blank pages. This is a couple things that I put on here. I've been really getting into the tags function in Noteful. I do find that it makes it easier for me to locate specific type of stickers if I put a tag on the page that those stickers are on. Okay, so I have put a spot down here, a designated area. If you choose to use tags, you can put it there. So you don't have to worry about finding a little spot on the page where you can write things. All your tags can go down here. And I've also put this little page counter on here. I know it's a simple thing, but it really helps when you're setting up your organizer. So as I say, I'm bringing in a sticker book that has 4 to 5 pages, and I know that I'm going to duplicate this template that many times to accommodate the different pages of that sticker book. If you want to keep it in the same layout, then you can go ahead and number these, page 1 of 4, 2 of 4. That way you get a quick visual too of how many pages are in that sticker book. Okay, that just kind of just another way to let you know where you're at. Sometimes we just start swiping and looking through, but that just gives you that quick visual of how many pages you have in that section. Okay, and it makes it easier to when you're duplicating the pages. Okay, so let me go back. So that's the main structure and bones of the organizers. Your tabs across the top to get to those specific sections, and then you have these frames that if you tap on the labels will take you to those hyperlinked pages. I chose to hyperlink the labels instead of the frames because I don't know if you guys have ever used different sticker books that like you have to like tap around to find a spot where you can, put down your text without activating a hyperlink. And I find that in Noteful, that's easier to do because you, unlike GoodNotes where you can shut off the hyperlinking, you can't do that in Noteful. So I just wanted to make sure that the area that you have to work with was a little bigger because I can't tell you how many times I've dashed around different organizers just because I had no space and, I held things down too long or whatnot. So I thought that was just kind of like just a little improvement to give you that space. Okay, so that is that. There are, like I said, 20 tabs in the front that to help you navigate to those different sections, and there's also the 20 pages in each section. So it gives you about, if you choose to go with sticker packs, complete sticker packs that you want to put in these frames and behind these pages, it'll give you the capability of organizing 400 packs off the bat. And then using the categories, that's going to give you an additional 60 pages just to put different categories on there too of stickers that you may use if you want to break it down that way. So it's multi-purpose and it's two different ways. I like to organize that way, so I just thought I'd include it. If you don't want to break the sticker packs down by purpose or function, that's perfectly fine too. You could also use that category page as maybe a place to put like your favorite stickers or stickers that you use all the time or different templates, things of that nature that you can easily just get here, click on it, and get to that page. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you what I've done so far. This is the my version that I'm working on. And as you can see, I've already gone ahead and came up with my different labels for my tabs in a way that makes sense to me. As I put my favorites, I broke it down by the seasons, holidays, and then just different categories that I find a lot of my stickers that I make kind of fit into these categories, and I can go ahead and put them in there. Okay, so let me get right in there. I have not done my favorites yet, so let me jump to winter. So this is where I am as far as my winter season goes. I'm not getting really particular on this section. I like doing them in alphabetical order or anything like that, but they do seem to be from the time that I made them because I just pulled them right out of my noteful files. And let me show you what that is looking like. So here I have the North Frost. I'm going to click on it. And this is what the one pack looks like. So this was just one page. I didn't have to duplicate that. It was great. And then in the bottom, I went ahead and put tags on here so that it'll make it easier for me in the future to find a specific sticker that I'm looking for. Let me show you what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and get off of this page just to show you. And then I'm going to open up my little burger menu here, and I'm going to tap on Find. And let's say I am looking for a snowman. Okay, so you can see based on my tags so far, I have 2 hits. And if I tap on that, it's going to jump me to page 24. And here is a snowman. And if I jump over to page 31, here is another snowman. Okay, so it's just another way to simplify your organization and actually help you to locate things much quicker. Okay, so the way that I set up my tags is specific things on this page that I tend to look for. I just text it out in the bottom so that I know that when I'm looking for that, I can put it, it's tagged, and it'll take me here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and tap on this, and then I'm just going to scroll through some of these pages. So see, I know that this is the North Frost, and it's just one page for this sticker book because I marked that down over here. Okay, if I scroll over, I'm into another sticker pack, another one, and then this one in particular has 2 pages, and the reason I know that these 2 will go together is because I had to duplicate a template and I marked it as such up here. So it gives me that visual that I know where I'm at in this organizer. Okay. So this one has 3 pages. So I duplicated the template twice because I didn't want to change the way that I had already set this up in the sticker book. I like that. And then I can just scroll over and I can find them there. All right. So that's my winter. Got through some of my spring, summer, fall, my holidays, health and wellness. Under my functional, I've put in a lot of my color changing things. Themes is going to be a big one for me. I'm still working on that one. I will put all our challenge files from the group here, and so on and so forth going down these. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to set up a pack, okay? So right now, this is going to be, I'm going to go back. Oh, I don't think I've gotten that far. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go back to a page that I already have my labels set up, because what I'm going to do is copy those and then paste them to a new main page so that I don't have to do that all over again, okay? The way that I have mine set up, and you don't have to do it this way, but I like to select things in one go. So I just put them in different layers. Like I put my labels on the bottom because in the event in the future that I want to change that, then it's isolated from everything else, and then I can just select it and change out one of those categories if I choose to, okay? And then on my second one, I have images. That's where I'm just putting the visual of what's behind that frame, like the image of the packs. And I'll show you how I did that. And then the text is just going to be the text that's on the page. So strawberries, mermaid dreams, things like that. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and click on labels, and I'm going to select my labels. I'm going to hit copy. And then I'm going to shoot over to home and lifestyle. And as you can see, it's not labeled yet. So I'm going to make sure I'm on my labels. I am going to paste that down, and I'm just going to line this up. Okay, there we go. And now that is done. Okay, now as you can see, some of these I am going to have to change the style of. So I'm going to put that back to black. And then this one, I am going to change to white so I can see it. Okay, and that's all set up. And we're good to go there. So I am going to go ahead and lasso all of that and hit copy. Because what I will do is go into this frame here. I'm going to go ahead and sort the boho teal at home. And I'm going to make sure I'm on my labels tag. And I am going to put this down, so that that page is already done. Okay. Now that is done. I'm going to shoot up here to my text because I know that this boho teal is going to be one page. So when I open up the pack, this is when I used to do the split screen sticker books, and both of these together will fill up one page. So I know that that's going to be one. And if you ever want to know off the bat how many pages you have in your sticker book, in Noteful, you can just zoom in and out, and you'll get a page counter on your top left or wherever you have it set to count pages, and it'll tell you there that it's one of two. So I know that this is for me going to end up being one page. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to just put one of two. And once you get into the flow of doing this, it's really going to be like you're going to swipe over and you're going to select something that you already did over here, like your page numbers, and just paste it into those circles. So it's not something you'll have to be typing repetitively. Just like your labels. Once you create them, you can group them, copy and paste them all throughout your planner to quickly label. Not the planner, your organizer. Okay, so now I am there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to boho teal at home. I am going to go ahead and lasso all of this, and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to jump over here, and I'm going to paste it. So that's number one. I'm going to go back. I'm going to lasso page 2, and I'm going to paste that one here. Okay, and that page is done. Now, I do want to put that in my images, and I see I put it in my text. And just to keep it organized and separate, I'm going to go ahead and move that to my image layer so it's on its own section. You don't have to do that. If I'm organizing my stickers, I'm organizing this whole thing. That's how I see it. All right, so then I'm going to go to my text tab, and down here, I'm going to look at my sticker pack, and I'm just going to determine things that I might be wanting to find quickly on this page. That's how I do my tags. So I'm going to grab my tool here, and I'm just going to stretch this out. I just like to fit it there. And I am going to start typing. So let's see. I like to do the colors first because I'm really big on color palettes. So if I'm looking for a teal sticker sometimes, it'll bring me to these pages, okay? So I'm going to go teal, gold, brown, and then I'm going to do boho, because that's kind of like the theme of this pack, home, and then some things on here that I know that I will look for. I like candle holders, so I'm going to go candles. There is furniture in this one. There is living. I have entertainment, like the whole console situation going on up there. I have a bench on here. I tend to want to find those. There's a fireplace here. And you don't have to be super specific with this, but the more that you put on there, the easier it's going to be, because it'll take you right to what you're looking for. There's a door there. There's a bed. Bookshelf. And that's actually good for now. That's enough to get me close to what I need. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to tap off of that, and I'm going to just make that text a little bigger so I can see it. And then once you have one tag done and say this was multiple pages, you can also copy and paste those tags to another page and then just change out some of the elements on there that you would be looking for. Okay, so you want to keep it short, you want to keep it direct, and tag the things that you find that you're using a lot or that will be special to you, that you'll put that tag in and it'll help you to navigate. Okay, so that's how I would do that. And now let me show you how I would do multiple page packs. So I am going to go ahead and tap on my labels. I'm going to, I keep forgetting to put my lasso on. I'm going to lasso this because I'm going to jump over to my favorites, and I'm going to put one of my favorite sticker packs on here, which is the Neutral Nook. I love that one. It's so me. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in here. And this one's already labeled for me, so I didn't need to do that, which is great. So here, and again, if you let me go on my text now, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this text so that it's just going to match the font and the size already that I've been using. And I'm just going to put the Neutral Nook right there. And I'm going to go ahead and get a picture of that sticker book on there. So I'm going to tap on the Neutral Nook. And this is like really easy for me because when I create these sticker books, I tend to put my favorite stickers on the first page. So that's kind of like what I've been doing. I've been copying these pages out and then fitting them in that frame. So you could do it that way. Also, another thing you can do is go onto the Etsy listing for your sticker pack, and then you can just download the listing picture there, or just screenshot that listing picture, and then you can also use that in your frame so that you know what's behind that frame. Okay, so for me, I am going to go ahead and hit share, and I am going to select the current page. And then I'm going to share that out, and I'm going to hit copy, and then go back to my sticker vault, and let me go to image just so that I put this on my image layer. And again, you don't have to do it that way. I'm just trying to keep it really organized. And then now I know that that's what's in that frame or behind that page there. That's hyperlinked to it. So now I will go into the into this page, and then I know I can go ahead and shut that one off. And I know that this sticker book is going to have 4 pages to it. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that template. So I'm going to go here and I will go to my text layer and do 1 of 4. Okay. So that's set up. I know I'm going to have 4 pages there. So I know I'm going to have to duplicate this template 3 times. So how I do it, to prevent you from having to redo the labels and all that stuff, if you click on your little squares here where it shows you all of your pages that you have in here, you see how number 3 is selected. That is the page that we are currently on. We're going to leave it selected and we're going to tap on copy. Okay, and now you're going to paste that page 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now you're going to have additional pages. So as you can see, these 4 pages say 1 of 4, and if you go forward, it's blank. So you know that that's where the cutoff was. Okay, so that kind of eliminates you having to X out this page to know where the cutoff is to move on to the next frame too. All right, so while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that these numbers are accurate. 2 of 4 and 1 of 4, and I'm in my favorites. Okay, so then you're going to go to your page, and then you're going to, I keep forgetting to switch. It's not like I have one of those fancy pencils that you double tap on and it will take you to your last tool. Okay, so I'm going to go here, and I'm just going to paste that on here. Okay, 1 is done, and then I'm going to go to my next page. And I'm going to paste that one here. And then I'm going to go to my next page because I want to keep these 4 together. I don't want to like reposition them and shrink all the stickers down, because when I set up these books, I do it in a way that, you know, you can see everything that's on that page. So I want to keep that when I copy them over. And then this was an add-on. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that together here. Oh, let me see something here. Okay, so much for me saying that, because I made a mistake. See, it happens. But we're digital, so we can fix it quite quickly. I had scrolled over and just started laying stuff down and didn't catch it until I looked up at the numbers and realized that one of those pages didn't say like 4 of 4. So it was able to help me catch that mistake before I went on and continued to sort this thing and then realized I put it on the wrong page. So see, it helps. Okay. All right, so then that's done. And then now you will go down at the bottom and then you will put in your tags, just like we did in the other one. So you can actually just copy. I mean, you don't have to do that. It works better when you're just going back to back on the same sticker book. But, you know, it'll give you the font and it'll give you the size that you've already been using. And then you can highlight it and then start putting in your tags. So to me, this is like modern farmhouse, fleur de lis, black and white, You know, there's a bow on here. No, that's not gingham. That's a buffalo check pattern. There's eucalyptus. Candle holder. I mean, you can be real specific with the type of candle holder it is, and stuff like that. So then you can, what I was doing when I was organizing was anything that was going to be repetitive in the pages, like the theme of it, the colors of it, and recurring things, then I would stop there and I would copy those tags and then just paste them over so I didn't have to redo the same thing. And then whatever was just particular to that page, I would add to it. Okay, so that's how you would do that. Okay, and then I want to talk about this page. In the event that you need more than 20 pages or 20 pages on this main index, you can duplicate this page, okay? The only thing is that if you duplicate this page, you will then have to go to the last page of whatever is hyperlinked on here. So say you had a sticker book on this page, it's the last frame on that main index. You're going to add templates after this, okay? So if you're going to need 10 more additional frames or pages for you to store your sticker books or whatever you're doing in that category there, you will have to duplicate those templates and you will have to duplicate the main page. And those pages will not be linked, okay? So then those pages, so if you duplicate this, so say I go, it's your page here, and after the current page, I'm going to duplicate this one. These are linked right now, but they're going to take you to that initial page because that's where the hyperlink is and you've already just duplicated that page, okay? So what I would recommend is to actually take this page, this main page, and export it out of Noteful as a PDF and then re-import it as a template, okay? That way, if you insert that template behind here, it will break the hyperlinks that are on it, so it will no longer take you to that page that's already associated with it, and then you can relink that template, okay? And in Noteful, it's really easy to do that. You can basically just pull a shape. You can pull a shape, like similar to the one that's there. And it doesn't even have to be perfect. You can take that shape, you can style it white, you can reduce the opacity of it completely if you don't want any of it to show, and then if you tap on it, you can link it, okay? So you have the choice to link it to this notebook, and then you can select the page that you want to link that to. So in this case, you would go to the end of that section, and then you would select the template that you added on and link it there. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I really think that once you get into the flow of doing it and organizing yourself, it will be beneficial for you in the long run. I know it's something that we kind of put off, or we've done it before and we start and don't end it. Like I said, I know how tedious of a process this is, and no matter how you spin it, it's not the most fun thing to do. But hopefully utilizing this organizer will be easy enough for you to do that. And it will help your planning be more effective because you will be able to find stickers easier. You will be able to see what's in your collection too, which is it's a nice thing to be able to do that, because I know as I've been doing this, I reacquainted myself with so many stickers that I completely forgot about. So If you have any questions, please let me know. Someone had an idea in the group about creating a thread where we can post like different ideas and how we're using it and how we're and not even just this, but how you're organizing your stickers in your digital organizer. I think that would be beneficial for everyone, to get some inspiration like that, and it'll kind of help us get this in order. Okay. And before I wrap this up, I'm going to go ahead and jump to my category homepage so that I can show you what I've been doing there. So I've already gone ahead and I've labeled these with some of the things that I reach for all the time. Like when I'm creating my spreads, whether they're functional or decorative, I need some of these things. So as you can see, I have like animals, apparel, aviary, backgrounds, banners and garlands, baskets, bookmarks, papers, pens, just things that if I'm looking for something quickly, I can go ahead and tap on one of these categories and it'll give me a visual of all of those objects that I have in my collection. That is my goal. That's the way that I want to organize this portion of it. Okay. So for instance, I've started with animals. And when you tap on it, it's going to show you so far all the animals that I have pulled from the sticker books that I have. Okay. And I'm just going through my sticker books right now, but this is where I'm at. And that's the beauty of this organizer. If you don't want to do it this way, you can use it for just one creator, or you can use it for just one purpose, or you can do whatever you want with this. It's great. Like I'm sure people will probably use each of these tabs as like maybe different creators too, and then you can store all of their sticker books and things that you enjoy about them in those different categories too. So that'll be great to see. So the way that I've been doing this, this is a little bit more of a tedious process because this is the part that's making me go through every one of my sticker books and then pulling these objects out. Okay. So let's say I am doing apparel. Let's just, I haven't labeled any of these because I haven't started on this particular category yet, but I just want to show you how I would do it. Okay. So I would go ahead and open up another noteful. Okay. And then I am going to open this page up. So here I am going to be in my apparel category. And then on this one, I'm just going to tap on any one of these. Nope, it's not going to work because I opened up the wrong one. I opened up the demo blank one that I was working on. Let me open up my real one. Okay, so now let's say I go to winter and I'm in my apparel category and I tap on the North Frost. What you can do is if you just lasso a small portion, you can drag it over. Well, you should be. Oh, there we go. I'm going to drag that over. So I have that. I have that. I have these two. You know what? This has gloves in it. We'll call it that. Okay, then I can go on to the next page and see if there's anything in here that fits that category. No. I'll look on here. I have some boots here, and it's sitting on something, so I'm just going to go ahead and copy it so I don't bring the whole thing over. No apparel there. I don't think there's any here. Here is some boots. So you get the idea. You're just going to, if you accidentally do that, just delete what you did not mean to cross over. And then you scroll through your sticker books and pull everything out. So again, this is the lengthy process. This is the tedious part. The other stuff is just like lasso, copy the whole thing over and call it a day. This is a little bit more fine tuning. So it does require you to go through everything and look for, what you're looking for. Okay. So that is, I'm going to go ahead and close this. Ooh. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. Why am I not closing? There we go. So that is the overview. That's how I'm using it. I hope you got some ideas from this. I'm sorry that this is kind of drawn out and all over the place, but I really wanted to go through with it and give you guys some pointers and show you some ways that I'm using it too. If you guys have any questions, any feedback, suggestions, please leave them in the group. And I hope to hear from you guys. Have a great day, you guys. Bye-bye.